Hello and welcome. In this video we will learn about Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran is one of the most famous singers in the world today. He writes songs, sings, and plays the guitar. Many people love his music because it is simple, real, and full of feeling. Ed's story is very inspiring. He shows us that dreams can come true with hard work and passion. Ed was born in England in 1991. His full name is Edward Christopher Sheeran. He grew up in a small town called Framlingham. As a child, Ed loved music. He listened to many different songs and learned how to play the guitar. He also started writing his own songs when he was very young. When Ed was a teenager, he moved to London. He wanted to share his music with more people. At first, it was not easy. He did not have much money. He played his songs on the street and in small bars. Sometimes, he even slept on friends' sofas. But Ed did not give up. He believed in his music and kept trying. Ed's big break came in 2011 with his first album, called Plus, Plus. People loved the songs on this album. His song, The A-Team, became very popular. After that, more people started listening to his music. Ed became a star. Ed's music is special because it tells stories. His songs talk about love, life, pain, and hope. He writes from the heart. Many people feel a strong connection to his words. He also uses simple instruments like the guitar and loop pedal. This gives his music a natural and honest sound. Over the years, Ed has won many music awards. He has also worked with other big stars like Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, and Beyoncé. Even with all this success, Ed stays humble. He often says that he is just a normal person who loves music. What makes Ed Sheeran's story so powerful is that he never gave up. He had many hard days. People told him he would not make it. But he kept going. He kept writing songs and playing music. Today, he is loved all around the world. For students learning English, Ed's songs can be a great help. His lyrics are clear and easy to understand. His voice is calm and soft. Listening to his music can improve your English skills while also touching your heart. This audiobook will tell you more about Ed Sheeran's life, music, and journey. It is a story of hope, hard work, and never giving up. Whether you are a fan or just starting to learn about him, there is something for everyone in his story. Let's begin the journey of Ed Sheeran, a boy from a small town who followed his dream and sang his way into the hearts of millions. Chapter 1. Early Life and Musical Roots. Ed Sheeran was born on February 17, 1991, in Halifax, a town in West Yorkshire, England. His full name is Edward Christopher Sheeran. When he was very young, his family moved to a small town called Framlingham in Suffolk. Ed grew up there with his parents and older brother. His father was an art curator and his mother was a jewelry designer. Ed's home was always full of art, books, and music. As a child, Ed was shy and quiet. But he had a big love for music. His parents played many kinds of music at home. Ed listened to bands like the Beatles and artists like Bob Dylan. He also enjoyed Irish folk music and hip-hop. He liked many styles and sounds. This helped him learn how to mix different music in his own songs later in life. When Ed was 4 years old, he started singing in the church choir. He loved it and never wanted to stop. He began to learn the guitar at a young age. He practiced every day. His fingers hurt, but he kept going. He wanted to become better. Ed also started writing songs when he was very young. He wrote about things he saw, felt, or thought. At school, Ed sometimes found things hard. He had a stutter and did not speak a lot. Other kids sometimes laughed at him. But music made him feel strong and happy. It gave him confidence. He knew that music was something special for him. Ed was only 11 years old when he saw a video of singer Damien Rice. This changed his life. He saw that one person with just a guitar could tell a strong story through music. After that, Ed started going to open mic nights, where people sing live in front of small crowds. He played his songs in coffee shops and small music clubs. He was still very young, but he worked hard and never gave up. When he was 16, Ed moved to London to follow his dream. He wanted to be a full-time singer and songwriter. He took his guitar and some clothes and started a new life. At first, it was not easy. He played at many small shows. He did not have much money. Sometimes he slept on friends' sofas or even on the floor. But Ed kept writing songs and performing every night. Ed Sheeran's early life shows his deep love for music. From a young age, he listened, learned, and played with passion. He was not afraid to dream big. He worked very hard, even when things were not easy. His story teaches us that believing in yourself and never giving up is very important. In the next chapter, we will learn how Ed Sheeran went from small shows in London to becoming a world-famous artist with his first big album. Chapter 2. Breakthrough with Plus. In 2011, Ed Sheeran's dreams started to come true. That year, he released his first big album. The album was called Plus, written with the plus symbol. It was a very important moment in his life. This album made Ed Sheeran famous, not only in the UK but in many other countries too. Before Plus, Ed had already written many songs. He had also released small albums by himself. These were called EPs. He sold them at his shows and on the internet. Slowly, people began to notice him. One of his songs was played on YouTube and shared by many fans. His voice, his guitar, and his honest lyrics touched people's hearts. In January 2011, Ed released an independent EP called Number 5 Collaborations Project. It had songs with underground rappers. The EP did not have big promotion, but it went to number 2 on iTunes. This was a big surprise. Many people started to ask, who is Ed Sheeran? Soon, a major record label saw Ed's talent and signed him. Now, he had more support to make a full album. He worked hard in the studio and wrote songs that were real and full of emotion. In September 2011, he released Plus. The album was a big success. The first single was The A-Team. It told a sad story about a girl with a difficult life. The song was soft and beautiful. It showed that Ed could tell deep stories with just his voice and guitar. The A-Team became a top 10 hit in many countries. Other popular songs from the album were Lego House, Give Me Love, and You Need Me, I Don't Need You. Each song was different, but they all showed Ed's unique style. He mixed pop, folk, and hip-hop sounds. His lyrics were clear and emotional. People of all ages liked his music. Plus went straight to number 1 on the UK albums chart. It also did well in many other countries. Ed became one of the most talked about new artists. He was invited to perform on TV shows and at big events. He also opened for other stars like Taylor Swift on her tours. Even though Ed became famous very quickly, he stayed calm and focused. He continued to write his own songs and play live shows. He was not interested in fame for the wrong reasons. He only wanted to share his music and connect with people. The success of Plus showed the world that Ed Sheeran was a special artist. He did not need a big band or fancy lights. Just his guitar and his voice were enough. The album opened the door to a new life and a bigger journey. In the next chapter, we will see how Ed Sheeran's music reached even more people with his second album, Multiply. Chapter 3. Global Stardom with X, Multiply. After the success of his first album, Plus, Ed Sheeran became very popular in the UK. But he wanted to do more. He wanted to share his music with the whole world. In 2014, he released his second album. It was called X, Multiply. This album made him a global star. Ed worked very hard on this album. He wrote many new songs and worked with top music producers. One of the producers was Pharrell Williams, a famous American artist. With X, Ed wanted to show that he could mix different music styles. The album had pop, R&B, soul, and hip-hop sounds, but it still kept Ed's special voice and guitar. The first big hit from the album was Sing. It was fast, fun, and different from Ed's earlier songs. People loved it. The song went to #1 in the UK. It also became popular in many other countries. It showed that Ed could make exciting pop music too. But the biggest song from X was Thinking Out Loud. It was a slow, romantic song. Ed wrote it with a close friend. The lyrics talk about love that lasts a lifetime. Many couples used the song for weddings. The music video showed Ed dancing, which was new for him. The song won Song of the Year at the Grammy Awards. It became one of Ed's most loved songs. Other popular songs from the album included Photograph, Don't, and Bloodstream. Each song had a different style and story. Don't was about a broken relationship. Photograph was about missing someone you love. These songs showed that Ed could write about real feelings in simple and clear words. The album X was a big success. It went to #1 in many countries, including the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. It sold millions of copies around the world. Ed went on a big world tour to sing the songs live. The tour was called the X Tour. He performed in big stadiums and sold out shows in many cities. During this time, Ed became one of the most famous singers in the world. But he stayed friendly and humble. He often wore simple clothes and was kind to fans. He said he was just a normal person who loved to make music. X showed the world that Ed Sheeran was not just a one-time star. He was a true artist who could grow and try new things. He wrote songs that made people feel happy, sad, or hopeful. His music reached millions of hearts across the world. In the next chapter, we will learn how Ed Sheeran's third album, Divided by Divide, broke records and made him even more famous around the globe. Chapter 4. Dominating charts with Divided by Divide. In 2017, Ed Sheeran released his third big album. It was called Divided by Divide. This album made him one of the most successful music artists in the world. With Divide, Ed Sheeran reached new heights. His songs were played everywhere, on the radio, online, in cafes, and at weddings. He became a global music star. Before the album came out, Ed took a break from the spotlight. He stopped using social media and stopped performing. He wanted time to relax, travel, and enjoy life. During this time, he wrote many new songs. He came back stronger and more creative. In January 2017, Ed released 2 songs at the same time, Shape of You and Castle on the Hill. Both songs were very different, but both became big hits. Shape of You was a fun pop song with a strong beat. It talked about love and meeting someone special. Castle on the Hill was about his hometown and childhood memories. The lyrics were full of love for his past. Both songs went to the top of the music charts. Shape of You became the #1 song in over 30 countries. It stayed at the top for many weeks. The song broke records on streaming services like Spotify. It became one of the most played songs of all time. When the album Divide came out in March 2017, it was a huge success. Every song from the album entered the charts in the UK. This had never happened before. Ed became the first artist to have all top 10 chart spots at the same time. People all over the world were listening to his music. Some other famous songs from Divide were Perfect, Galway Girl, Happier, and New Man. Perfect was a romantic ballad that many couples used for their weddings. It became almost as popular as Thinking Out Loud. Ed even recorded a version of Perfect with Beyoncé, making the song even more special. Galway Girl was a fun song with Irish sounds. It showed Ed's love for different music styles. Fans in Ireland and other countries loved it. Happier was a sad song about love and letting go. It touched the hearts of many people. The success of Divide was not only in music sales. Ed also started another world tour, called the Divide Tour. It became the highest-grossing tour of all time. Millions of fans came to see him perform live. Ed played with just his guitar and a loop pedal, but he filled big stadiums with his energy and talent. With Divide, Ed Sheeran showed that he was more than a singer, He was a global music force. His songs were simple but powerful. They told real stories that people could understand and feel. In the next chapter, we will look at how Ed helped other artists by writing songs for them and becoming one of the top songwriters in the music world. Chapter 5. Songwriting for Other Artists. Ed Sheeran is not only a great singer, he is also a very talented songwriter. He writes beautiful songs not just for himself, but also for many other famous artists. This is one reason why he is so respected in the music world. From a young age, Ed loved writing songs. He started with his own music, but as he became more famous, other artists asked him to write for them too. He was happy to help because he enjoys creating music for different voices and styles. One of the most famous songs Ed wrote for another artist is "Love Yourself" by Justin Bieber. This song became a big hit all over the world. It was #1 on the charts in many countries. The lyrics are simple but strong. They tell the story of someone walking away from a bad relationship. Many people could relate to the song, and it helped Justin Bieber show a new, softer side of himself. Ed also wrote "Little Things" for the popular boy band One Direction. The song is slow and sweet. It talks about loving someone for who they are, even their small imperfections. It became one of One Direction's most loved songs. The band's fans were very touched by the lyrics. Another famous song Ed wrote is "Everything Has Changed" with Taylor Swift. Ed and Taylor are good friends, and they wrote and sang this song together. It is about the feeling of falling in love and how everything seems new and different. Their voices sound beautiful together, and the song was a hit. Ed also helped write "Strip That Down" for Liam Payne, "Dark Times" for The Weeknd, and "Top Floor" for Fifth Harmony. He worked with many artists from different music styles, pop, R&B, and even country. This shows that Ed is not just a great singer, but also a very smart and creative writer. Writing for other people is not easy. Ed has to think about their voice, their style, and their story. But he enjoys the challenge. He says that when he writes songs for others, he learns more about music and about himself. Many singers trust Ed with their songs because they know he writes from the heart. His words are real, honest, and easy to understand. This makes his songs powerful and special. Even when someone else is singing, you can still feel Ed's touch in the lyrics. Even when Ed is not singing, his songs can still be heard all over the world. His writing helps other artists grow and reach new fans. This is another reason why Ed Sheeran is so important in today's music industry. In the next chapter, we will look at Ed's amazing live shows, his tours around the world, and how he connects with millions of fans through his performances. Chapter 6. Live Performances and Touring Legacy. Ed Sheeran is known for his beautiful voice and great songs, but he is also famous for his live performances. When Ed performs on stage, he does something very special. He sings, plays the guitar, and uses a loop pedal. This pedal lets him record small parts of music and play them again and again. With this, he builds the sound of a full band, all by himself. Many artists use big bands, dancers, and lights during their shows. But Ed's shows are simple. He goes on stage alone with his guitar and microphone. Even in big stadiums, he performs without backup singers or musicians. Still, he fills the space with music, energy, and emotion. This shows how talented he is. Ed started playing live when he was very young. In the early days, he performed in small clubs and on the streets. Sometimes only a few people listened, but he never stopped. He played hundreds of shows every year. These early performances helped him learn how to connect with people. He looked at the crowd, talked to them, and made them feel like part of the show. After his first big album, Ed started going on tours. A tour is when an artist travels to many cities to perform. His first big tour was for the album Plus. He played in the UK, Europe, and other countries. Fans loved seeing him live. Then came the X Tour after his second album. It was bigger and reached more places. But it was the Divide Tour that made history. This tour started in 2017 and lasted for over 2 years. Ed performed in more than 40 countries. He sang in small towns and big cities. Over 8 million people came to see him live. The Divide Tour became the highest-grossing tour of all time, meaning it made the most money in music history. What made Ed's concert special was not just the music. It was also the feeling. Fans said they felt close to him, even in big stadiums. He told stories between songs. He laughed, made jokes, and shared his feelings. People cried, danced, and sang with him. Ed also performed at special events. He sang at the Queen's Jubilee in the UK and on popular TV shows like The Ellen Show and Saturday Night Live. He also gave surprise performances at schools and small places, which made fans very happy. Even with all the fame, Ed's live shows stay real and simple. He wears casual clothes and never acts like a superstar. He wants the focus to be on the music. Ed Sheeran's touring legacy is not just about big numbers. It is about touching hearts around the world. His live shows bring people together through music, honesty, and emotion. In the next chapter, we will explore Ed's amazing collaborations with other artists and his popular project, Number 6 Collaborations Project. Chapter 7. Collaborations and Number 6 Project. Ed Sheeran loves making music with other artists. These are called collaborations. When two or more singers or musicians work together on a song, it becomes a collaboration. Ed has done many of these, and people all around the world enjoy them. Ed started doing collaborations early in his career. He worked with his friends and also with famous artists. He enjoys trying new styles and sounds. Working with others helps him learn more and make exciting songs. He can write, sing, or play music for other people's songs too. In 2011, before he became very famous, Ed made a small album called Number 5 Collaborations Project. He worked with British rappers and singers. This album showed that Ed could mix his soft voice with rap and hip-hop. Even though the album was not very big, it got attention and helped Ed grow. Years later, in 2019, Ed made a new collaboration album. It was called Number 6 Collaborations Project. This time, he worked with many of the biggest artists in the world. It was a very exciting album with many different styles like pop, hip-hop, R&B, and Latin music. The first single from the album was I Don't Care with Justin Bieber. The song was about feeling shy in big crowds but feeling happy with someone special. It was fun and catchy. The song became a huge hit and was played all over the world. Another popular song from the album was Beautiful People with Khalid. This song talks about being true to yourself and not trying to be like others. It has a soft and emotional sound that many people love. One of the most exciting songs was South of the Border with Camila Cabello and Cardi B. It had a Latin music style and fun lyrics. Fans enjoyed the mix of English and Spanish in the song. The music video was also popular and full of adventure. Other stars on the album included Eminem, Travis Scott, Bruno Mars, Stormzy, Ella Mai, Her, and Chris Stapleton. Each song was different and special. Ed's voice fit well with every artist. He showed that he could sing many styles and still sound like himself. The Number 6 Collaborations Project was a big success. It went to number 1 in many countries. Fans loved hearing Ed with different voices. Critics also said it was a smart and fun album. This album also showed Ed's respect for other artists. He listened, shared ideas, and made sure every song worked well. He said that making music with others helped him grow as a person and artist. Collaborations are important for Ed Sheeran. They show his love for music and his open heart. He is not afraid to try something new or work with different people. This makes his music fresh and exciting. In the next chapter, we will explore Ed's personal life, his love stories, and how real experiences helped him write beautiful songs. Chapter 8. Personal Life and Inspirations. Ed Sheeran is not only a famous singer, he is also a kind and simple person. His personal life is quiet and private, but it has inspired many of his beautiful songs. Ed believes in writing music that is honest and true. He often uses real moments from his life in his lyrics. Ed grew up in a small town called Framlingham in England. Even after becoming famous, he still loves this place. He often returns there to relax and spend time with his family. The town and his childhood gave him many happy memories, which you can hear in songs like Castle on the Hill. This song talks about his school days, his friends, and the love he has for his hometown. Ed's family is very important to him. His parents supported his music from the beginning. His brother is also a musician. Ed says that their love and support helped him become who he is today. Family and close friends are often part of his songs. One of the biggest inspirations in Ed's life is his wife, Cherry Seaborn. They met when they were in school and became close later in life. Ed has written many romantic songs about her and their relationship. Songs like Perfect, Photograph, and Thinking Out Loud are all inspired by real love and real feelings. Ed and Cherry got married in 2019. In 2020, they had their first child, a daughter. In 2022, they had another daughter. Ed says being a father has changed his life in a good way. He feels more love and also more responsibility. These new feelings have helped him write deeper and more emotional songs. Even though he is very famous, Ed enjoys a simple life. He does not like big parties or luxury. He likes gardening, cooking, and walking in nature. He says that normal things make him happy. This is why many fans feel close to him, because he lives like a normal person. Ed also talks about the hard times in his life. He had problems with health, stress, and sadness. But he uses music to deal with these feelings. In his album, Subtract, he sings about pain, fear, and hope. By sharing his story, he helps others feel that they are not alone. Books, movies, and other musicians also inspire Ed. He reads stories, watches films, and listens to many kinds of music. He says that ideas come from everywhere, from a small moment, a person he meets, or a feeling he has. He always writes these ideas down to use later in songs. Ed Sheeran's personal life shows us that even big stars are human. They feel love, loss, joy, and pain, just like everyone else. What makes Ed special is how he turns those feelings into songs that touch the hearts of people all around the world. In the next chapter, we will look at Ed Sheeran's recent music and how his latest album, Subtract, shows his growth as an artist. Chapter 9, Recent Works and Subtract. After many years of success, Ed Sheeran returned in 2023 with a very personal album called Subtract. This album was different from his earlier music. It was quiet, emotional, and full of deep feelings. It showed a new side of Ed, one that was more honest, soft, and open. Fans and music lovers saw how much he had grown as a person and an artist. Before writing Subtract, Ed went through some difficult times. He lost a close friend, and a family member became sick. He also felt stress and sadness. All these moments were hard for him. But instead of hiding his pain, Ed decided to write about it. He put all of his emotions into the songs on this album. Subtract is part of Ed's math-themed albums, like Plus, Plus, Multiply, X, and Divide, Divided by. But this album has a much softer sound. Most of the songs are slow, with simple guitar music and quiet vocals. They make listeners feel calm, thoughtful, and sometimes sad. It is very emotional music. One of the songs from Subtract is Eyes Closed. It is about missing someone who is gone. Ed sings about feeling their presence, even when they are not there. The song is gentle and powerful. Many fans said it helped them with their own feelings of loss. Another touching song is Boat. This song talks about staying strong, even when life gets hard. Ed compares his feelings to a boat on the sea. Even when the waves are big, the boat keeps floating. The lyrics are simple, but they have a deep meaning. Subtract also has songs like Life Goes On, Salt Water, and No Strings. Each song tells a story from Ed's life. They are not loud or full of fast beats. Instead, they are calm, real, and full of heart. Many people listen to the album during quiet times, like late at night or when they needed peace. Fans around the world praised Ed for being brave. It is not easy to share sad and personal stories in public. But Ed wanted people to know that it's okay to feel pain. It's okay to cry. And it's okay to talk about it. Through this album, he gave comfort to many listeners. Even though Subtract was a quiet album, it was still very successful. It reached #1 in many countries. Ed also performed some of these songs live in smaller shows, where fans could really listen and feel the music. Subtract is proof that Ed Sheeran is more than just a pop star. He is a true artist. He can write fun songs for dancing, but he can also write songs that speak to the heart. His music grows as he grows. In the next and final chapter, we will look at Ed Sheeran's legacy, his influence on music, and what the future may hold for this amazing singer and songwriter. Chapter 10: Legacy, Impact, and Future Directions. Ed Sheeran has become one of the most important music artists of his time. From singing in small clubs to filling big stadiums, his journey has inspired millions of people around the world. His legacy is not only about hit songs and awards. It is also about honesty, hard work, and staying true to yourself. Ed's music has touched people from all walks of life. His songs are easy to understand and full of real feelings. He writes about love, pain, friendship, and family. Because of this, fans feel close to him. Many people say that Ed's songs help them during happy and sad times. This emotional connection is a big part of his legacy. Over the years, Ed has won many awards. He has received Grammys, Brit Awards, and MTV Music Awards. His albums have sold millions of copies, and his songs have been streamed billions of times. But more than numbers, Ed's true success comes from how deeply people love his music. Ed has also changed the music industry. He showed that you don't need a big band or fancy lights to be a star. With just a guitar and a loop pedal, he filled stadiums. He proved that talent and emotion matter more than anything else. Many young artists now follow his path. They see Ed as a role model. He also supports new musicians. Ed helps others write songs and shares advice with them. He believes in giving back to the music world. He often says that if he can do it, anyone can, if they work hard and believe in themselves. Even with all his success, Ed remains simple and humble. He does not live a flashy life. He enjoys being at home, spending time with his family, and doing normal things like cooking and gardening. This makes fans respect him even more. As for the future, Ed Sheeran has said he will keep making music for many more years. He still loves writing songs and performing live. He has also talked about trying new styles and maybe even acting in films or writing books. Whatever he chooses, his fans will be ready to support him. Ed has also started a family. Being a husband and a father has given him new feelings and ideas. These new parts of his life will likely appear in his future songs. Fans are excited to hear what he will create next. In schools, on the radio, and online, Ed's songs will continue to be played for many years. His music is now part of many people's lives. He has already made history, and his journey is not over. Ed Sheeran's story teaches us that dreams can come true with hard work, love, and truth. He is more than a singer. He is a voice of this generation. And his music will live on, inspiring people around the world for a long time. Vocabularies. 1. Legacy, something important or valuable that a person leaves behind after their work or life. Example: Ed Sheeran's songs are a big part of his musical legacy. 2. Inspire, to give someone ideas or the desire to do something good or creative. Example: Ed's story inspires young musicians to follow their dreams. 3. Collaboration, when two or more people work together to create something. Example: Ed Sheeran made many great collaborations with famous singers. 4. Emotional, full of strong feelings like love, sadness, or joy. Example: his songs are very emotional and touch people's hearts. 5. Tour, a trip where an artist performs in many places. Example: Ed Sheeran's Divide Tour was the biggest tour in music history. 6. Lyrics, the words of a song. Example: Ed writes his own lyrics that tell real-life stories. 7. Perform, to sing, act, or play music in front of people. Example, Ed likes to perform live with just his guitar. 8. Success, when someone reaches their goals or becomes very good at something. Example, Ed's albums have had great success all over the world. 9. Humble, being kind and not thinking you are better than others. Example, even with fame, Ed stays humble and friendly. 10. Record, to save music, sound, or video so it can be played again. Example, Ed records his music in the studio before releasing it. Quiz questions. 1. Where did Ed Sheeran grow up after being born in Halifax? 2. What was the name of Ed Sheeran's first major album? 3. Which romantic song from the X album won Song of the Year at the Grammys? 4. What is the name of Ed Sheeran's third studio album released in 2017? 5. Which famous singer did Ed Sheeran write the hit song Love Yourself for? 6. What special device does Ed use during live performances to build music on his own? 7. What is the name of Ed Sheeran's 2019 album full of collaborations with other artists? 8. What is the name of Ed Sheeran's wife, who inspired many of his love songs? 9. What song from the Subtract album talks about missing someone who is gone? 10. What kind of lifestyle does Ed Sheeran live despite his global fame? Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed learning with us. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. Your support helps us grow and bring you more inspiring stories and easy English learning content. Do you have a topic you'd like us to cover in our next video? Maybe a famous person, an invention, or a country. Let us know in the comments or messages. We'd love to hear your ideas. You can find answers in the description. Thanks again, and keep learning with us. See you in the next video.